Hello guys, welcome to another awesome video. I remain my humble self, Chukwuka Bilago. Today's video, I want to explain what liquidity mining program is all about because I know for a fact that most of you guys don't understand it. So I'll try my very best to explain it in the layman's term. Okay, so what is liquidity mining? Okay, what is liquidity mining program? Now, before I explain that, let me talk about decentralized exchange and why liquidity mining program exists. Decentralized exchange exchanges are mostly exchanges or automated market making exchanges where the platform depends on individual liquidity to be able to sustain a market or to provide market service. Okay, so in the normal sense of a centralized exchange, the exchange has enough capital to be able to provide as much liquidity as possible. An example of a centralized exchange is Binance, Luno, Roku, etc. But in the case of decentralized exchange, there is always a liquidity problem, and the only way it can be solved is by individuals having the ability to provide liquidity to any pool of their choice. So let's say in the case of BNB BUSD, you want to provide liquidity. Okay, maybe you have BNB, you have BUSD, you want to make money out of it apart from appreciation. Guess what happens? You can use those two assets to provide liquidity to a pool. Now, one of the ways decentralized exchanges make their money is through what is called transaction fees. Okay? So, instead of the owners of the decentralized exchange having 100% of the transaction fee, they open it up to investors to come and provide liquidity to have a share in that transaction fee. So if you provide liquidity to BNB BUSD, you will be given some liquidity pool tokens, and those liquidity pool tokens will represent your share of the liquidity pool. And guess what happens? When that happens, any transaction that happens between BNB BUSD or BNB related transaction that is routed through BNB BUSD, what happens is that the transaction fee is split among those who provide the liquidity. So which means the more transactions that happen in a trading pair, the more fees the liquidity providers make. Okay, and if they stake their liquidity pool tokens, they will make money through transaction fees, and at the same time they will make money through staking rewards. Okay, so in this case, you are using your money. Any individual who has any crypto can come and decide to provide liquidity. It's either they buy BNB BUSD to provide liquidity, and such that if any transaction happens, they will receive a portion of the transaction fee. So let me just show you something. Okay, this is BNB BUSD. The total size of the pool is about $6,000 plus. Okay, and the pool tokens I have for providing this liquidity is 182.3. And as you can see, I have 100% majority stake as the liquidity provider for this pair. So which means if somebody else provides liquidity here more than what I provided, guess what will happen? What will happen is that your pool token, you will receive your own pool tokens. It will be minted by you by the smart contract that runs this pair. And at the same time, my own share of the pool will reduce depending on how much is the other party involved or other parties involved. And there's no limit to anybody, the amount of people that can provide liquidity. Anybody can provide liquidity. You can have 1 million people, 2 billion people providing liquidity to any pool of their choice. Okay, so that is how decentralized exchanges have enough liquidity to provide trading services, such that if you want to swap an asset for another, it credits you immediately because there is enough liquidity in that pool, because there is enough liquidity in the pool. Okay, so that is liquidity. That is decentralized exchange for you. Okay, that is decentralized exchange for you. Okay, so that brings me now to the liquidity mining program. Now, if you listen very well to what I explained, you know I mentioned providing liquidity and staking your liquidity pool token for a reward. Okay, now in the case of FudmartSwap, we don't have the staking feature yet because it's under development. So, but at the same time, we need liquidity to be able to offer services, exchange services for anybody that trades any of these pairs and more pairs that are coming. Okay, so what happens in this case, okay, is that we are offering you you out there that has enough funds or that have idle funds to come and invest in the liquidity pool of these pair. Okay, and we are going to have a portion of the FudmartSwap token being given to the early liquidity providers of MoneySwap. Okay, to the early liquidity providers on FudmartSwap. Sorry about that. Okay, to the early liquidity providers on FudmartSwap. The essence of doing this is to incentivize you to invest in the liquidity pool, and investing in the liquidity pool of a decentralized exchange is lucrative, but it doesn't come with this risk. But it has only one risk. Okay, only one major risk, which is impermanent loss. Okay, but impermanent loss is normal due to fluctuation of assets. Okay, and that is why you see us pairing it to BUSD. But despite that, the only way the loss can become permanent or can actually become loss is if you remove your liquidity on time. So that is why we are creating this liquidity mining program, so that you can invest in the liquidity pool of FudmartSwap. And when you invest in the liquidity pool of FudmartSwap, we will give you a reward and an incentive for leaving your liquidity in FudmartSwap. Okay, so that is the liquidity mining reward. FudmartSwap is mining for liquidity by giving you a reward for providing liquidity, and at the same time you're making money through transaction fee. Okay, and you're also going to make money through this reward program. Okay, now this liquidity mining program is going to kick off on the 1st of April. Okay, now we will take a snapshot of those who provided liquidity and how much liquidity they provided when the FudmartSwap staking platform launches. Okay, that could be in a month, it could be in 2, it could be in 3. But the most important thing is that when it launches, then we will now take a snapshot, okay, and now reward those, okay, we will now reward those who invested, okay, in the liquidity pool. We will now reward them with FMTB tokens. Okay, we will reward them with FMTB tokens, which they can easily withdraw at any time, because FMTB token has liquidity pools. Okay, and we'll have more pools coming for FMTB, which will be announced this week. Okay, so I urge you all to participate. If you're watching this for the first, if you're watching this video and you're still watching it up to this time, make sure you participate in the liquidity pool investing on FudmartSwap, because we are going to reward those who register on this pool or who participate in the liquidity mining program. Okay, now I will release more videos to explain what FLP token, that is Fudmart Liquidity Pool token, looks like. Okay, and at the same time I'll also do a video to explain impermanent loss, so you don't use out of fear and you don't invest. Okay, one of the ways I've made money in cryptocurrency is as a liquidity provider. Okay, I've done it on Uniswap, I've done it on SushiSwap, and I'm currently doing it right now on FudmartSwap as a liquidity provider, and it's profitable. Okay, and it's profitable. So all you need to do is just participate and learn in the process. Cryptocurrency is practical, it's not theory. Now, despite the fact that I'm doing these videos, the first step you need to do after this is to check how much you have on the spare that you can live for at least 3 months or more, or longer than 6 months or even 1 year. Okay, you check that, then you contact me to guide you. Okay, because once we launch the program, we can only do anything but to add more pools if there is need to. If there is no need to, we'll just allow the existing ones to continue running on the liquidity mining program, and looking forward to the launch of FudmartSwap staking, where you now actually stake your pool tokens and now get automated reward on a daily basis. Okay, so which I will do more video about FudmartSwap staking. All right, so guys, that's it for this video. Just want to explain this to you guys, and till I see you guys next time, take care and bye for now.